guys, well, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. It's the 24th of March today, 2024, and we just got back from an antiques and collectors fair at Bolton. Bought some wonderful coins. I'll probably share them at the end of the video. I did mention last week this clip what we were working on about these stonemasons mark at the Brindley Bridge, and well, there was all sorts of problems kicking off down there. We managed to get the video finally done. But there was a tragedy on the canal. There was people, there was divers in the water. There may be a clip of showing you that, but we kept out of the way until they'd moved on, and then we got on with the video. But unfortunately, they found the young man the day after I completed the video, a bit further up the canal. Very sad. But you're going to see that in a minute. I think we'll start off with that, and then what we'll do is we'll show you what we've been doing. We've been putting a screen across the blue tarp on the chicken pen, just to make it more pleasing to the eye. And then you're going to see me working on the two beds at the side. We're going to be getting the old hoe in there and cleaning them up, because there was some weeds in there. I won't believe it, we'd only just put compost in a couple of weeks ago, and we ended up now we've got weeds in them, so we had to knock them on the head before we start putting anything into it. So you're going to show you doing that. We got some raspberries off a friend of mine. I think they're autumn raspberries. I forget the name of them, but I will find out. He gave me a few to fill a bit of a patch here, so I'm going to be showing you doing that as well. We've been doing some pricking out in the front greenhouse. It was raining at the time, so that was something I could do. And yeah, there's a few other little bits and bobs. Trouble is, when I come to do this, I had the camera in here, and the windows, the glass is dirty. And the reason why it's dirty is because we still haven't got water. 5 months on, no water. The council have done the right number on us, and in hindsight, I could have fixed it. I should have fixed it, but now we're in the land of Vertica. It's month 5, no bloody water. In fact, let me show you this water. This is the problem. So I've just arrived to have a look at this this pipe that's burst. It was originally, it was leaking here. Actually, sorry, it was leaking there, and it just needed it could have just needed tightening up. What happened was the council turned up, and they put bars, Stilsons on it, and they turned it and they snapped it in the ground down here. Now, early in the week, Aaron dug down to have a look at it, and he tells us all there's a slab of concrete underneath there. So they're going to have to dig that out, and then they're going to have to reattach this pipe to the main drain. Now, the way it works, this is at the furthest point away from the main drain, so it goes along here. Where Buttercup is now, there's another tap. A bit further up, there's another tap, and right at the top of the allotments is the main another tap. But just past my flag, there's a T-junction, and it runs across there, and then it branches 4 more times along here, and then it goes through the gate and goes to the stop tap. Well, yeah, the council turned up. All they had to do was they've bent all this. They've made a right mess of it. So all this has all got to be replaced. It's well, I'm not going to say what it is without, because I'd have to swear. But it's coming up to 5 months now. The water's been off, and it's getting into the growing season, which is it's starting to become a problem. And there's lots and lots of people complaining about it. Still, I'm not on the committee anymore, so it doesn't really bother me. Plus, I've got 2,000 litres of water on my plot anyway. In some IVCs, I'll be selling it a litre of water for £1.50, like they charge petrol, or is it diesel? So I'm all right, but it's everybody else who's suffering at the moment, and that they've actually bent it. Look at that. This is Salford Council bent that. Absolute morons. And this is what's happened. Look at this. It was solid, that, until the Salford Council turned up and buggered it. Like I say, Aaron dug down and it's found concrete down there, so they've got to dig around the concrete to get to the joint, and then they've got to somehow attach that back to the joint. So good luck with that. It's a job what could have took 10 minutes is now on month number 5. Oh, here she comes. She got fed up of waiting for me up there. Better start walking back with her. But yeah, that's causing big problems on the allotments at the moment. No water. So the problem was at the top where it was leaking, and all it needed was a bit of liquid metal, and that would have fixed it. Unfortunately, the council turned up and snapped the bloody bar, the main pipe. So they've got to replace it. Now they're going to replace it because it's cast, so it's going to be an absolute nightmare. And the committee keep chasing them, but they're doing nothing about it, unfortunately. The council, that is. So we got no water. So hence, when I show you the video of me planting my raspberries, you understand why the windows are the glass is dirty. Anyway, moving on from that. Let me show you this. We're going to start. I think we're going to start this video off the Brindley Bridge. I went to do some get some stonemasons marks. Went down to photograph them. I ended up doing a bloody a bit of a cameo on the old Brindley Bridge and the new aqueduct. They're both aqueducts, but one they tore down to make way for the ship canal, because the bridge what they needed to be in there needed to rotate. Anyway, you're going to see this. You're going to see the stonemasons marks, and you're going to see you're going to see divers in the water as well to start off with. When I turned up, I wondered what the hell was going on. I quickly figured out what had happened, so we did leave that day, and we did come back when there was nobody there to manage to get some recording done. So this is the old Brindley Bridge, and I went down just specifically to get these mason marks, which are you see on the part of the bridge which no one knows exists. Well, they will do when they're seeing this, and probably know already. A lot of people know what live in Barton, because that's where we was. And you're going to see a boat coming over the aqueduct as well. So here we go. Hi guys, well, you join me on a quest, and for the last 2 days, or this is the 3rd day, I've been thwarted by the police. Apparently, a few days back, a young guy apparently has gone in the water. Now, they don't know whether he's gone in the water in the Bridgewater Canal or the Ship Canal. But for the last few days, they've had police divers in the water. In fact, I might have a couple of clips here to show you of where they are and what they've been doing. So check this out. Well guys, I've come down to do a video on the little pocket garden, Brindley's Bridge, and it's all been closed off at the moment because we got divers in the water here looking for some. Obviously someone must have gone in the canal, and that's what they're looking for all the way along here. There's a guy actually in the water now. I come here yesterday to do a recording, and it was where I wanted to go was all closed off. So they've got a crime scene here in the water. There's a guy there in the water. Clearly he's looking for something in the water. Now I don't know what he's looking for. Obviously it's some person or something, but yeah, they're stopping me doing the video down at the other where I wanted to do my video. So you can see this is what's been happening, and where I want to do the recording is right where they're doing all these searches. Now, oh, there's a boat coming up the canal. Let me get out the car and show you. What we're looking at there, I hope the camera's playing absolutely hell with the optics here. There's a bloody sun's reflecting in the water, but what you see there, see this boat now coming up the canal. What it's doing, it's right on top of the 1888. Well, it was actually started to be built in 1888, and it was first in use for barges to go across it in 1893. This is the Barton Aqueduct, rotating aqueducts. It's the first one of its kind in the world. And what you see there now is the barge coming up. They're coming over it. It's right over, coming over the aqueduct. Now, I couldn't have got a better shot, really. There used to be a walkway which went alongside the swing bridge, and the horses used to pull the boats across it. That's been taken down now, so that isn't there, but it is the only one of its kind in the world. And where it's coming up to now, if you look to the right, I don't know if you can see an arch. Well, that was the very first Brindley Bridge. The Brindley Bridge. And that was made in 1761. Oh, it went online in 1761. And I'm going to show you in a bit. Yeah, there's a guy going past. Yeah, it's all happening here. Let's zoom out a bit and show you what's going on. Unbelievable. Hey? I'm trying to do a bit of filming here, and it's all kicking off again around me. So this barge here has just crossed the one-of-a-kind aqueduct, rotating aqueduct, which rotates so the ships can go up the ship canal. And that was what it was designed for. The original bridge went over the River Irwell, which was widened and turned into the actual ship canal. We'll have a look at that in a bit, but yeah, this boat has just crossed over the actual viaduct, which is pretty cool. I just hope that you've actually the sun ain't playing hell with the optics. If it is, it's going to be very sad. But for the last 2 days, all this has all been basically out of bounds, while the police have been in the water searching for a body. Nice guy. Taking his time leisurely going down the canal. Right, well that was cool. A barge coming over the actual aqueduct itself. Now what I'm going to do, you've probably just seen there in the clip that you can see the first part, you can see the two aqueducts side by side. And the one what I want to do the research on is the first aqueduct, which was it was made in 1761 by James Brindley, and well, that's where I'm going to go and try and get these masons marks. However, the second bridge, and again it's a first of its kind in the world, and it's the only one what works in the world, it was the only one what exists, is the Barton Aqueduct rotating bridge, which was made in I think it was well, it was started off in 1888, and the first use was 1893, where it wasn't open for the public then, but it was open for, you know, for coal barges and what have you. It was a year later then it was open to the public. And anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to go down there. You've seen the first part, you've seen the two bridges, the arch, that's the first bridge at the right hand side, and the other one, you couldn't it was swung round the other way yesterday, because there was, what it was trying to do was to stop the body, or whatever's in the body what's in the water, from moving further down the canal. But I'm thinking
they're looking in the wrong place anyway, because there's a tow on the water on the Bridgewater Canal, and if they was told that someone had gone in the water and they started to dive the next day, the body would be now somewhere around Waters Meet, which is near Kellogg's, further down the river. They actually swung the bridge round to stop the flow of water, which was pretty good, crafty, clever of them to do it. That stopped the body from moving. If someone was in the water, it stopped the body from moving, and that way they'd have more chance of finding it. So the bridge has basically been closed for the water has been closed for 2 days while they've done these dives, and they've not found out apparently so far. So I reckon what's happened is the body is moved down towards Kellogg's, and they'll probably find the body later on up near Waters Meet. If it's gone into the ship canal, again, there's a tow on the water which will take them down to Barton Locks. So that's where they are. If it's gone into the ship canal, they'll find the body at Barton Locks. If it's gone in the Bridgewater Canal, they'll find the body at Kellogg's near Waters Meet. It's a bit gruesome, but you know. Anyway, I've come down early this morning, hopefully to get some of these. Get a bit of footage, get a few pictures of these stonemasons marks, and then I can do some research and find out who these people were who actually built the Brindley Bridge. Well guys, where we are at the moment is at Barton, and that wall there isn't a wall, it's a part of the aqueduct, and the first ever aqueduct of 1761 come across here, went along the top here and went over the River Irwell. I've come down today to do some recording of the stonemasons marks on the walls here, and they're absolutely covered in them. So yeah, we're coming down here, and I've come down to look at the stonemasons marks. Now, got to be careful, it was very slippy here a few days back, but if you look, you can't really see these ones, but each one of these ones here have pretty much been done by the same guy, these ones, but there's an X there, there's a Nazi one there which is actually going the opposite way to the Nazi flag. There's that one there's got a line and like an arrow going down. This one's got a line and an arrow going up. That's probably the wrong way around. Makes more sense, doesn't it? You're coming down here. Here's more. These are better. You can see these ones. T. This is pretty much done by the same guy. Maybe the one up the top wasn't, but most of these were. These are all stonemasons marks. Double X's. You've got a dice mark there. The whole pile of them. And I'm going to be taking a few photos shortly, and then I can do some more research on them. But you can see the wall is just covered in stonemasons marks. This is an interesting one. Star of David, and then just at the side of it is like a dice mark. Like I said, these stonemasons put more work into the actual into putting the name on them. Although they got paid, and the way they got paid, they put the mark on it, and then the foreman come round, looked at all the marks, added them up, and that's when they got the wages. So that's why they put the names on them. But yeah, there's one guy doing the T's there. He's very busy. This guy was I mean, he's all over this wall. Look at him here. Bloody hell, he must have worked like a little machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's built pretty most of this buttress here. Be interesting to know who that guy was. Well, what you're looking at here, guys, is one of its kind in the world. It's the only swing aqueduct bridge. Boats go across there and go towards Trafford Park. The other way they go towards Worsley. It looks like it's got a leak there, but it hasn't. It looks a bit dodgy, but you know. what happens is the gates lock on both. There's two lock gates there. One locks to lock the canal in, and the other one's to lock the water in there. And same on the other side. Then once the gates are down, then the bridge swings round, and then it locks along here, and the boats can go up the ship canal. Now that there itself weighs 800 tons when it's fully loaded with water. Absolutely incredible. Could do with a lick of paint. I just watched the boat going over the top of it there. It looks really interesting. Again, that there is the swing bridge, and that does the same thing. It swings round. You see the cars going over the top of it now, and it took well, from 1888 when they decided to start digging away at this. By 1894, the bridge was open, and absolutely awesome. So that's the swing bridge anyway. We've come down really to look at the stonemasons marks, but yeah, this is the ship canal, and that ways towards Salford, and that way is towards the Irish Sea, Liverpool. Right, anyway, let's go back up through here, through the gardens, and I get a few more pictures of these stonemasons marks. There's all lichens all over them, so it's difficult to see, but they are there. That's an X and a Y. Double X. That guy, the T there's back again. Oh, you can see these a bit clearer. Star of David. There's a few of them. There's a cool one. Think how much it's a lot of to actually chisel your name into these stones is a work in itself. All this wall's full of these marks. More Star of David's up there. There's a line with an arrow going up. Obviously there's a line with an arrow going down. Obviously they put the brick the wrong way around there, but yeah, another Star of David. Yeah, there's quite a lot of them there. More stonemasons marks on the top there, and it goes all the way up here, all the way along. Right, so we'll have to knock it on the head, guys, because like I say, we've got police everywhere here. There you are, police. Still looking for that young guy. But yeah, look at the T's here. Be interesting to find out who this guy is. But basically he built all this buttress anyway, so all these stonemasons marks here, absolutely fantastic. I was watching a video just recently, a Martin Zero, and I was gobsmacked when I saw the masons mark, so I had to come down and have a look for myself. So I thought while I was here having a look, I'd do a bit of recording and do a little bit of research later on when I've got a bit of time. All this here is all swamp along here. I've not seen any frogs in him. All this here is all water. You know, I don't know if you can make this out. Walking along a little bridge here. Birds are very chipper today. So I might be able to make this into a video. If I do, I'll post it up a bit one day in next week maybe, if we've got a bit of time. But right in front of us there is the actual first Brindley Bridge. Watch. Yeah, there's this guy, letter T again. Before I go, you can see the X's here. I don't know if you can zoom in, see the X's on the walls. Yeah, that guy with the Star of David's back, just here. There's a dice mark. The guys who did these marks, I mean, to actually do that mark must have took a bloody bit of time to do it. Yeah, thanks to these stonemasons, because they did Salford really proud. Right, anyway, I think I've got enough footage for what I need. So I thought we'd just come onto the swing bridge and look at the one of its kind aqueduct. What was designed by Sir Edward Leader Williams, and it was built by Andrew Derbyshire from Derbyside from Derby, I should say. And to think that one, when it's empty, weighs 1,450 tonnes. It's 350 foot long, and it holds 800 tonnes of water when it's actually full. And it rotates with that water in it. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's the one of a kind in the world swing aqueduct bridge. I'm getting shut. I'm on the bloody I'm on the swing bridge here, looking across on it at the moment. And well, the police have just arrived. I got here just in time to do the recording before the police turned up with all the boats and everything. So they've not give up on looking for this young lad. I hope they find him, and to be quite honest with you, I hope he didn't fall in there. But yeah, they spent the last 3 days looking for him in the water. They seem to think he's either gone in here or into the bridge water, which is there. So it's quite sad. Anyway, that way there is towards Liverpool and the Irish Sea. As you can see, we're on the swing bridge. It's very narrow, this road. It's, as I'm stood here talking, you can look at that, bloody hell. Literally the actual bridge is shaking as I'm actually recording here. Right, so we're heading off. So yep, interesting morning. I've got my mason's marks, and now we're going to disappear.
So that was the video. I wasn't going to turn it into a video, but I'd done that much footage. I thought, what the hell, let's throw something together and give everybody a bit of a look at the history. The Industrial Revolution started right next to that bridge, because once they widened the ship canal, then the bridges could get, the boats could get right up into Salford, and all the goods, everything, then managed to fan out across the world. And that's where you got your Industrial Revolution, and America, you name it, everywhere, India. You got us Salford folks to thank for all that. You probably say a bit big-headed, but no, that's where it all started here in Manchester. There's a few other places, but the main hub where it all started was here. Industry, heavy industry, that is. But I did get myself some of them stonemasons marks, which is great. So I will be doing research on them. But like I said, unfortunately, they did find the young man drowned. Very sad. At least his family have actually got him now. Whereas it could have been a lot worse. They could never have found him. But the police did a good job, and they didn't give up. I've got to tell you, they didn't give up. They kept on searching and searching. So well done, Mr. Babalam. Anyway, moving on from that, I'm going to show you now my putting a screen across me my chickens to make it aesthetically pleasing.
So today I'm going to be using this reed. What? Okay, you're irritating me now. I'm trying to do a video. Bloody cat. I'm going to put this reed fencing around this where this blue tarp is. I'm thinking to leave the blue tarp in place and just put it round it, just to tidy it, because it looks all a bit holy. But then again, what? Okay, look, you got sleep in your eyes. Let me get that sleep out your eyes. There you go. Pain in the backside. You are. I won't be surprised if she's on the roof in a minute. But yeah, we're going to put this just to tidy it up, make it look nice off. That's what it's all about. What? She's killing me, guys. Yes, you're killing me. Eh? You're going to keep out of the way while I get the job done? You mean no? Eh? You tear away. Right, let's have at it. Let's crack on. Well, guys, I've just set the camera up into position. We're going to just cover this blue tarp with this reed fencing. Hope it looks all right. If it doesn't, they've got two choices really: take the blue tarp down, or just leave it. It's basically just aesthetics really. It's not making any difference whatsoever to the actual chicken pen, except for making it look pleasing to one's eye. So we shall dig it out the netting and out the bag, and get the cable ties and start tying it all together. So here goes nothing. Well, it looks damn sight better than it did, and it's not going nowhere. It just makes it look a little bit nicer. I mean, that blue tarp, serving a purpose still, but it was, you know, it was green and a few holes in it, so I thought we'd hide it behind this this reed fence, and for £6.50, I think it's done its job. Right, anyway, gonna move on because I've got lots of other little jobs still to do. Never ends.
So it looks a damn sight better, and that's what it was all about. Every time I did a picture, it looks, you see like blue, dirty blue holes and all that. Well, it doesn't look at all bad now, so it should make a decent picture for me, for my archive of pictures and my videos. But yeah, it was only £6.50 for that that fencing. B&M bag in Salford Precinct, £6.50. I thought it was a deal, it really was. I think my friend was asking for bloody ambulances going into hospital there every 5 minutes. Honestly, it's shocking. But yeah, they do a bigger one as well, and it's not much dearer, but pretty awesome. Anyway, we decided, while I was doing that, I was looking at the beds and I saw a few weeds, and I thought, oh right, get the hoe out, let's not mess about. So here I am hoeing a couple of my beds. Well guys, I'm just going to run the tiller through, I'm sure going to run my hoe through this bed. There's nothing in it except for a few little weeds that are coming through. So we're going to give it a quick hoeing. We will keep doing it to just keep the weeds at bay, and if I don't do it, the weeds will be up here in no time. In fact, I can see a couple just on the end of the boards there, which got past me the last time I hoed it. But yeah, I'm going to do this bed, and we'll do the bed at the side of it as well, I think. So get me little hoe out. Just amazing how quick these things come up. I only put topsoil in here a couple of weeks ago. So we give these a good hoeing. We've raked them flat, both the beds. We've already done this 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. Reason why I've done it again is because you've got to keep them weeds under control. This is pure, most of this is compost from the compost bin, what we tipped into these beds, and they do contain weed seeds, and as soon as they get an open space and the sun comes out, it's bang, everything just comes flying up. So you don't want to be putting anything into the beds on top of weeds. So I've gone through them with me hoe. I suggest everybody gets an hoe, and everybody goes around the garden, the allotment, wherever you are, with a patch of land, and give it a good hoeing. I normally do mine probably once every 2 weeks. That's the whole, every bed. The next bed will be over there where we're going to put the onions in. I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know if you're going to see it this week, the video, but we will be putting lots of onions in. I've just got my measuring stick, which was in the back greenhouse here, to my marker where I put my onions. But before we do that, I've got to give that bed over there another hoeing, and I'll get the onions in. Right, chickens there, they've been doing a bit of sunbathing this morning. It looks a lot better now though, that chicken pen. Now I'll put that reed screen up over the top of the blue tarp. Right, oh, sun's come out, that means coffee time. Come on, Buttercup, chop chop. Wow, come on. What do you reckon, she's behind me? Or do you think she's still there? Let's turn round. She follows me around like a little lost sheep. I'm going to get my flask and I'm going to sit my derriere down there. So yeah, it's got them all got all them weeds out. We're not putting nothing in at the moment into them beds, but we will be working on the onion bed. And again, I'm going to go in with my tiller, we'll level it all out, and sometime next week we'll go in and put the onions into that bed. If it's not raining, bloody rain is spoiling everything at the moment, and the wind, wow, I mean the wind's really bad. But we will get the onions into that bed sometime next week, all being well. Speaking of the wind, we set the camera up here. My friend gave me some autumn raspberries, and I've planted them in here now. So I've got a clip. We actually had the camera in here and filming it, and like I said, the glass was dirty, so you get to see a little bit of what we were doing. I speed it up so it's not, so the pain of me doing it's not too long, and you get to see where we. So these are the raspberries my mate George just gave us. There's a few of them there. They're in this bucket. Actually, they're in this watering can. They're in water, so they're all right. They're getting water, and I'm going to be planting them in a moment just outside here. Gonna have to get my gloves, maybe a pair of scissors too, because they're all joined together, most of them. So I'm going to snip them apart, and then we're going to get them planted, and hopefully we'll get some autumn raspberries. So I'm going to have at it, and we'll be back in a moment or two when I'm all got all me. When I'm prepared, I've got this little camera here. It's facing out there. The glass is a bit dirty outside. You know, the glass is dirty. Obviously, if it was clear, you'd be able to see a lot more detail. But the camera's it's blowing a hoolie outside at the moment. And as you can see, we got some of these raspberries coming up now. So I want to put them just in here. And there's a gap of about 5 foot. So I probably can put 3 or 4 of them in. Space them apart about a foot apart, and hopefully we'll get some raspberries later on in the year. So that's the plan anyway. Well, before we take these out here, I just want to separate them. Now we shoved these in here after a fashion, so need to do is just to figure out, well, that one's a good one, so there's one, 2, 3, okay, so right, so these are raspberries as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to plant these like that in a line, and hopefully they will take root, and up they'll come. And if I plant them this way, they'll grow along this way. So it's always good to know which way the raspberries spread, and yeah, we'll get these in, and then we'll plant some of the others as well. So that's what we're doing today. I don't know if you've seen any of that. Like I say, it's pretty, what's it call it here, pretty tight inside here, but we will get the camera just outside there, and we'll have at it.
planted. I planted a few just out of sight, but only time will tell. I will tie them into the cables. I've got some clips that I can. It's like a felt Velcro, which will hold them in place when they start to grow up. So yeah, we've got the raspberries in. That's the main thing. After a fashion.
Probably got 5 or 6 in there, which is great. So we got more. We got raspberries still. Actually got raspberries coming up, but there was gaps what we wanted to fill. You got to be careful with raspberries how you plant them, because if you plant them the wrong way, they'll grow the opposite. They grow a certain way. If you can find out which way they're growing to start off with, the way they're better. Because they throw a root 20 foot out and a bloody shoot will come up in the middle of another bed. So you know, it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some nice autumn raspberries. And there's some summer raspberries in there. There's a load of others as well. Moving on from that, we was working in the front greenhouse the other day. It was raining. I did a bit of pricking out and potting on. So I'm going to show me doing some of this pricking out now, and I'll show you a little where we put them at the end of the video. But there is others in there which are a lot bigger, about this big at the moment. We pricked them out about 3-4 weeks ago, and the footage, I lost the footage, so we just put them to one side. So I did another load, and as you see, all the chilies and all the tomatoes and all the peppers are all flying away in them plastic bags. So you see me peas as well. Show you the peas, how well they're doing. In fact, I'm going in there in a minute and I'm going to water them. It'll be the first time I've watered them. Well guys, we're going to do, these are some tomatoes I sold a few weeks ago. I have sold others earlier, and we've actually the 4 times the size of that. But these are the Pomodoro Mariglobe tomatoes. We got these little pots here, so what I'm doing, tap the pot down, and we're going to plant these on. Let's fill them to the top. So I do show you me doing a few of these. Right, so now then, I have the little yellow dibber and I cannot find it anywhere, and what I want to do is this. Go about so far, you know. Now what we're going to do is get these out of this pot. Jeez, well, we sort of tipped them all out, but they're okay, don't worry about it. In fact, I'm going to plant that one deeper. You can always plant tomatoes deeper, guys. Try and get them by the leaves. Do one more. You see, you can correct these when they start to twist. You plant them a bit deeper and it'll correct that twist in them. But there's 3 of them so far. I'm going to plant a load of these up because I'll be giving them to friends. And like I said, they're called Mariglobe Pomodoro. Anyway, put that in there and we'll keep them all together. I'll show you when we've done where we're putting them. But at the moment we've got tomatoes. I mean, I'll show you a couple of what we've already done. So this is what these are about 5 weeks old then. These ones are 2 weeks old. So I say we've got a lot to do. You probably can see them all in here. So I've got enough pots. I've got hundreds of these pots. So we're going to have at it. I'll see you in a moment or two when we've done them all. Well, guys. Okay, comes Buggerlugs, Buttercup. These are them tomatoes now. They're all been put into these little trays. They're doing wonderful. They're all right. So we got them in there. Got fleece over them, and we got these ones here which we've pricked out. We did them about 3 weeks ago, and just put them in here. Some Alicante and some Gardener's Delight which we sold. As you can see, the peas are doing well. We got a lot of these. Whoops. I don't know if you can see, the bags actually need a bit of air blowing into them, unfortunately. But what are these ones? I can't even see what they are. But Alicante. We put these in March the 3rd. And as you can see, they're all up, so these are going to have to be pricked out as well. And more money maker again. So, and what we got here, we got loads here. These are chilies, these are all cayenne. And yeah, we've got so much to do. But I've got fleece over them. This lot will be going out sooner rather than later. I better give them a drink of water. I've not watered them since I planted them. And you don't need to water them until they get to about this high. Now it's, you know, you give them a drink when it's on a hot day, and they'll thank you for it. But I think we'll have to put the spuds in before we put these in, so that's another job to do. So yeah, we got lots and lots of tomatoes. I've got about 300-400 tomatoes. I'm only going to use 30. We give them to all my friends and my family. My dad's already put his order in what he wants, so I said, give me another couple of weeks, Dad, and we'll get them sent round to you, and then you fill your greenhouse full of tomatoes. Yeah, the shop's been open today, so I've got a few more canes, so these will be going in here. I will be sorting my tomatoes out. Buttercup won't be able to lounge like that, that's for sure. All this lot, all these halos all need washing, but that's it now. I'm going to show you this what we've been buying today at the Antiques Fair. Oh, we went on the car boot and I bought a few more of these. Like 25 quid each, these things. So I bought a couple more in my car. So who knows? Might see me in a different. Well, there's 3 or 4 already in the car, so this is even more now. But yeah, we went up to this Antiques and Collectors Fair, and this is what we bought this week. Let me show you some beautiful coins. I think they are. Well, guys, this is what we've been buying this week at the coin fairs, and I've got to tell you, we've got some real corkers here. We'll go into these silver ones here in a moment. In fact, let's do these first. So there's 80.3 grams of silver here. And these are shillings, florin, half crown. These are sixpences. That's a groat, 4pence. And then there's a pile of these silver threepences. Some of them quite old. They're all sterling silver, and I pay 35 quid for a lot of them, and that is a bargain. But yeah, they're 925 silver, and they're what you would call junk silver, but some of them are really good. I mean, this groat, I mean, so we can get it to focus. Let's not let me focus. There we go. I mean, fairly good nick. Bit muck there on the face of Victoria, but for what it is, like I say, junk silver, guys. However, there's one here which is junk. Well, I consider junk silver, but I thought I'd rescue it, and it's this William IV half crown. Even so, it's still with the hole in it.
it's still worth 16 quid. It's very good VG. However, this William the 4/5 crown is a little bit better, and it's worth about 95 quid, this one, because of it's because of what it is. It's the detail on it. This Victoria, again, this is half crown. Actually flipping it the wrong way, there we go. It's an 1889. It's an EF, 70 quid. I mean, look at the detail there. There's hardly any wear on this coin. That's why it's so expensive. EF, they go up in grades. What we got now, come down here to this George IV half crown. This is VG 21 quid, that's what it is. Shield and garter reverse is slightly different on this one compared to there's two 1823s, but this one is the one what I've just with the garter and odd verse. Here's another George IV. Again, crown. This is fine, and it's about 45 quid's worth. It's an 1826. The next one is a Bobby Dazzler, and that's this George III shilling. Now this is excellent condition. This is a real corker. This is almost, well, it's EF anyway. It's an 100 quid coin every day of the week. Beautiful coin, no wear, no scratches or dings. That would grade quite well. In fact, it probably grade better than what I've got it down there as. And then we got this George III shilling, first shilling, sorry. Again, it's about 45 quid. There's a little ding there. It's a fine. I would say fine, and yeah, it's a bit warm, but again, it's a 1723, so we did all right. I think all these was a steal for 35 quid. Like I say, this is classed as junk silver, but I mean, to me, I thought we'd rescue it, but yeah, half crowns, there's florins, there's shillings, sixpences, threepences, and even fourpences are groat there, all for 35 quid. Right, oops, wrong way. So that's what we bought today on the Antiques and Collectors Fair. So there we go, absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome coins I got there. I really do like the bullhead there, the shilling. I mean, we're talking AU 55, something like that. That's what I reckon it is. Slab that up, it could be a 150 to 200 quid coin. That 75 quid. It's not to be sniffed at. The rest of them, the rest of the half crowns, some beautiful crowns there as well. Some of them was better than others. Anyway, we got some junk silver as well. Junk silver wasn't too bad. Well, I added to me hoard of silver, and so that's what we've been doing this week. Next week, hopefully, we're going to get these onions out. I hope the optics on this camera hasn't let me down, because the sun's right behind me, and I dread to think the camera casting, the frame of the camera casting shadows all over me, which it probably is. But yeah, I've got to now get off home. I've got to do all this editing, get it all put together, and hopefully we'll do a thumbnail. I don't know what we're going to call this one, but I'll think of something anyway. So anyway, I've talked long and hard. I've definitely talked long enough.
Thanks for watching. Stay safe, guys. Bye for now.